Hi everyone, today I want to show you how to install an Ubuntu on your Surface Book, the first one, which is I believe it's the 13-inch one. So this video is about how you can customize Ubuntu for your Angular development. That includes the theme and also how you can set up your Vim for use of Angular 2. So let's get started. Okay, so as you can see, this is Ubuntu 17, I believe. Let me go to, this is 17.10, which is the latest release. As you can see, I'm running an Intel Core i7. This is my Surface Book and Intel HD graphics. But my Surface Book has two. One is NVIDIA and Intel. Ubuntu is reading only my Intel graphic card, but I don't use the NVIDIA that much. So yes, it's working fine for me. And yes, one of the things that you can do is after installing Ubuntu 17.10 or 17.04, I think the 17.10, the desktop environment, I believe it comes with a GNOME environment, but I removed that one and I'm using Unity because Unity gives me a flexibility, I believe, to try out different themes. So my current theme is Arch OS X. It's a dark one, and you can see my top bar. It has a transparency. I'll show you how to customize that. And the icons, if you can see it, the icons, and this right here, the dog. This is a Plunk, sorry, it's called Plunk. Let me look for it. Plunk, yes, Plank. Yep, this is the one. So I have it installed. I'm sure you'll find something on the internet how to install Plank. So after you install, make sure you put it on the startup applications. That way it's right here. If I can show you, this is my command that's executed whenever I boot Ubuntu, and it's pretty much, I like it, to be honest. It is customizable. You can press Control and right click anywhere, and then you can click on preferences and you can choose different themes. By default I think it comes with 4 or 5 themes, but I installed additional themes, and I'm using the Pepper Trial. Yes, Pepper Trial, and it has different ones. I mean, you have the shade, what else, anti-shade. Yeah, this looks more like the Mac theme, but I want it to be dark, so I chose the Pepper Trial. And also for the theme, make sure you install Unity Twig theme, this Unity Twig tool. You click on that. So if you go to the theme, this is the current theme that I'm using. You can see the icons. I pretty much like it. Over here as well, if I move this one right here, you can see it. That's my theme. And the icons, for the icons I'm using Pepper icon, and it comes with 2 different versions, Pepper Mono Dark. There's a subtle difference between the Pepper and Pepper Mono Dark. If you look at the title bar, if I choose Pepper, you can see these icons, these are white, and if I choose the Mono Dark, it kind of grays out on the top. Yes, and the cursor, and also the fonts. You can change the font, that way you can have your own look and feel. Excuse me. And yes, so this is all running on Unity. I have a GNOME. I have not removed GNOME, but thank God for Ubuntu. On the login screen you can choose between GNOME and Unity at the login screen, and you can try out different desktop environments. What else is there? Yes, the theme, the plunker, and yeah, the top bar. So how you can see it, you can see at the top bar it has a transparency. Whenever you maximize it, that transparency goes away. You can control that option. If you go to the Unity Tweak tool again, you go to the panel, yes, go to the panel, and as you can see, I have this option checked, opaque panel for maximized windows. If I uncheck this one, you can see it's transparent now, but yeah, you can choose whichever one you want. These are the other options that Unity provides us. Also, you might be asking where the default what do you call the launcher that's on the side that comes by default with Ubuntu. So that actually I set it to invisible. So I use these options. I use the auto hide, and then I use the fade only. The reason why I use fade only is every time you launch an app, an icon pops out like on the left screen. So that's the reason why I use the fade only animation. And the sensitivity, this is the one that does the trick basically. So I set it to 0 so that it doesn't show up on the left hand side, and because I'm using Plunk for instead of the launcher, that's why I set these options. And yeah, what else? The panel, the switcher, yeah, this is for if you want additional shortcuts, additional key combinations, you can use this area. Okay, yes, this is the overall regarding the theme, and you can find the installations online. It's pretty much easy. You just have to add like the installation repository, and then yeah. Next up, the Vim setup. So my Vim version is it's 8.0, and I'm using Pathogen for the plugin installation. I'll show you my vimrc config, and also the types of plugins I'm using. Also, I'm using tmux. Let me close this one. Close this one. Let me clear. I have tmux for the terminal multiplexer. tmux, and yeah. So this is my dev setup for Angular CLI, and also I'm using Z shell for my terminal, and yeah. So JSON server, this is my JSON backend server, and energy serve. Okay, and let me input this one, and then let me, okay, control window, no, quit, and create cd.vim. Yes, this is the one I'm looking for. I'm going to the plugins directory. As you can see, this is my home.vim.bundle, so that I can show you the list of plugins I'm using. This is auto pair. The auto pair is it basically opens and closes any sorts of brackets when you're typing. Control P. That Vim is hold on, I'm how do I switch? Yeah, this is the one. Control P is so if I, for instance, if I press Control P, you can select any files. It's a fuzzy search for Vim. I use it all the time to open up files, and it's fast. Yeah, that's one of the uses I use. Is it for, okay, let me move the windows. Is it okay? Yeah, so it opens up the file. I can open up another file as well. As you can see, I'm using Control P. Okay, and the second one is indent line. That's for indentation. Lightline.vim. I don't remember what this is for. Lightline. Okay, I'm not sure. And New Dark. That's probably Vim theme. But I'm using Solarized. I don't know why it's in my bundle configuration. Nerd commenter. That's for commenting. I'll show you. So if I want to comment out any script, if I press my leader key and CC, it will comment out the selection, and it works basically any type of file. This is a TypeScript file. If I use HTML file, let's just say for instance index.html, I can comment out anything basically, and I can uncomment as well. So if I press my leader key and CU, which is like uncomment, it works as well. And okay, what else? Control escape. Okay, so a nerd tree, a nerd commenter, a nerd tree. Nerd tree is basically a site explorer. Let me show you. So if I press Control B, this is nerd tree. You can browse files. I use it sometimes to see the directory structure of my files. Yeah, and also it gives you different options of like moving files, deleting files, renaming files, creating files. If I press M, as you can see, it gives me an option on the bottom, and I can select like add a child node, move, delete, and copy. Yep, that's the one. Okay, nerd tree git plugin. This is a git plugin that is attached to nerd tree. So I have a git repository inside my project, and if you can see these icons, you have to install the icons in order to see the nerd tree git plugin. So you can see the red icons, this one right here, and this one as well, and this. Yeah, and also for the files, the blue ones are folders, and these ones are files. You can see the dot right here. I don't know if you can see it. That's whenever there's a modification, Git marks that file as dirty. And yeah, the Git nerd plugin, that's what it's for. Okay. Okay, so okay, Spark Up. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's in my bundle. I have to get rid of some folders, I guess. Syntastic. This is pretty much very useful. This is I usually use TypeScript for my Angular project, so I use Syntastic for my linting, and also shows you if there are any errors in your code. Let me show you what I mean by that. So I have this project right here. Let me open up my app.module, or okay, event.module.ts. okay, so if I say for instance, if I mistype something over here, you can see it right here on the left hand side. This is Syntastic that's showing me there's an error, and if you want to know what the error is, so you just move to that line, and on the bottom it says cannot find event component, and it's very much useful. I use it every time. Yes, that's it. And tag bar. The tag bar is so if I press leader, I have assigned the tag bar to a leader key and T. So on the left hand side it shows you this is the tag bar. It's like a summary of your class or interfaces or anything basically. I don't have many properties in this module, but if I show you, say for instance auth.service, if I open up this file, as you can see on the right hand side, it shows you the class name and what methods are in that class name, and the properties as well, and the settings. So if I press, say for instance P, which is preview, it directly takes you to that specific, you can see it is logged in, right? What's happening? Okay, yeah, so it takes you to that specific function, and also for the property as well. It's I think it's very important to use tag bar if you're reading someone else's code and trying to figure out how it's structured, and yeah, open up. Yeah. Okay, this is tag bar. Turn for Vim. I don't know this one, and yeah. So, okay. This is for the TypeScript. This is the type of plugin that TypeScript recommends to use. It works together with Syntastic. So this tsunami, or I don't know how it's pronounced. So it works together with Syntastic. Basically, this is a server that runs on the background and checks if there are errors. If there are errors, so the Syntastic plugin, it shows you an error, like I showed you earlier. So these two works together. And how to configure it, it's on my vimrc file. I'll post a link to my GitHub account, that way you can see my Vim configuration. Yeah, so this is pretty much important. And the TypeScript for Vim, yes, I installed this one together with yeah, those three, TypeScript for Vim, Tsunami, and Syntastic. These three work together in order to give you the ID kind of experience. So yeah, Okay, so Vim, I don't know what this one is. Vim Airline, yes. The Vim Airline, that's as you all know, it's this one right here, the one on the bottom. So you can see I have two airline kind of theme. Let me hide that. Let me close the tag bar. Yes, so the one on the bottom is for the tmux. You can see how many windows are currently open right now, and this one is for the Vim. Yes, so they go hand in hand. And so Vim airline themes, these are the different kinds of airline themes I use for installation. And Vim buffer surf, this I use for surfing buffer. What I mean by that is, so if you can see on the top, these are the buffers that are currently opened. So if I want to switch between buffers, if I'm working on like 2 or more files, say for instance I have this file opened, so if I want to go back to the previous file that I opened earlier, I use buffer previous BP. So I use colon BP, it takes me back. And if I want to go next, I use colon BN. So yeah, I use it pretty much often. By the way, the Vim is running on a tmux, so that's how you switching between terminals. I only have one terminal open because tmux helps you multiplex different terminals. You can switch between different open terminals. So if you want to see the list of terminals that are currently opened, so I'm using the tmux shortcut, which is I believe it's called prefix. Yes. I have my default prefix from Control B to Control A. So if I press Control A and then W, you can see I have 3 windows open. This is the Vim bundle, the list of this is the Vim bundle directory, and this is the backend service. Oh, sorry. This is this one right here. This is my Vim that's running. And on my third terminal, I have the backend running, which is this one right here. This is a JSON server, which I use for a JSON API, and this one basically the ng-serve for my Angular CLI application. Okay, let me switch back to the plugins. Okay, Vim dev icons. This one I use it for icons. If you look at my nerd tree, let me go to Vim. You see the nerd tree, this application, this is a TypeScript file, so it shows up a TS icon. This is my SAS file. You can see it shows SAS icon. And yeah, that's the Vim dev icons. And you have to install the fonts, and you have to change your terminal fonts as well in order to get this look. Okay, Vim dispatch. I don't use this plugin anymore because I'm using tmux, but before I used tmux, I used Vim dispatch. What it does is basically it makes Vim synchronous by default. I think Vim is not synchronous, so if you use Vim dispatch, you are able to like have a process running in the background while at the same time developing your application. Easy motion. This is I use this for yeah, moving around in the application. Let me show you what I mean by that. So if I want to move around my application, my leader key is space. So if I press space W, it will show you this alphabets, and yeah, you can browse anywhere you want. So if I want to go to this, if I want to move my cursor to this location, I just press GJ and then it takes me to that specific location, and that's for the word. And if I use space B, if I want to go back, and if I want to go forward, I use space W, that's word by word. And if I want to go line by line, say for instance I'm on the top, and then if I use my leader key and J, oh yeah, it will give you alphabets line by line. So if I press Z, it will take me to this line. Yeah, so I use it. I don't use it much often, but it's nice to have. Okay, that's easy motion. Vim, yeah, I'm not sure what this one is. Fugitive. This is a Vim Git plugin. It's an awesome plugin. It's an awesome plugin. Basically, it gives you the option of Git revision. Let me show you. Okay, so let me go to like home components. Okay, so if you look at on the left hand side, you see this is Vim Fugitive. I have a deleted line over here, so you can do pretty much anything that Vim Git has to offer. You can do merge, you can do gdiff, git diff, and it gives you a split window of the diff. Yeah, you can do pretty much anything about regarding Git, and there's a whole lot of documentation. If we go to the Vim Fugitive on GitHub, there's a lot of documentation and how to use it, and yeah. Okay, so okay, so Vim Git Gutter. Yes, so Vim Git Gutter, it works together with Vim Fugitive. I'm not sure you have to install Vim Fugitive in order for Vim Git Gutter to work, but like I showed you, this is the gutter, Vim Git Gutter. It shows you any changes you have made. So yeah, of course you need to have a Git repository initialized on the current directory in order for Git to work, and Vim Git Gutter helps you visualize of the changes you have made. Okay, Vimgo. This is I don't use it because I don't do Golang anymore. But yeah, it gives you an option. It makes Vim awesome editor for Go. Vim indent guides. This is for the guides. Let me show you. You can see these lines. These are the Vim guides. Let me show you in, much more. Okay, let me see, what do I have here? Yeah, you see these lines? That's the one. So whenever there is, you make an indentation, it gives you a visual, nice visual, and you can customize it. You can use any kind of symbol instead of these dash lines. You can change the colors yeah. Okay. That is indent guides and Vim JavaScript. Yes, I use this for JavaScript auto completion. Yep. And Vim multiple cursors. This is for Vim multiple cursors. Basically, to have multiple cursors when you're editing. I don't use it much, and yeah. Vim 1, that's the theme, one dark theme, which Atom uses, and Vim Polygon. I'm not sure what this is doing. I have to clean up so many stuff in my bundle. Vim Quantum, I'm not sure what it. Vim Solarize, this is for my Solarize theme. Vim Surround, this is an awesome plugin by Team Pope. Vim Unimpaired. Vim Unimpaired also. Yats, I don't know what this is. I have to get rid of this one as well. You Complete Me, this is for the auto completion. You should have this installed definitely if you're a Vim user. It gives you an autocomplete, whether it's a TypeScript or JavaScript. It's a Python made plugin, so you have to have Python compiled Vim in order to use You Complete Me. Yeah, so that's pretty much it as far as my Vim bundle is my Vim plugin is concerned. And what else is there? Let me close this up. Okay, let me close this up. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. So this is Ubuntu 7.10 on a Surface Book. Yeah, so if you like this video, I can upload additional videos on how to install. Just let me know in the comment section so that I can show you how to install those plugins. And yeah, that's pretty much it, and bye.